Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I don't need to hang those stockings there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you please bring me what I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, no, I don't offer much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna stay here waiting underneath the mistletoe. No, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
It is true, Pages. It is very true. All I could ask for this Christmas is you. Welcome in, welcome back to those who might have been here earlier today. And hello, Mask. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pudamils, welcome in. Alright. I have a giant glass of milk. I have cookies. Is everyone all comfy? We're gonna sit and chat while I finish off the cookies. Alright. Introductions first, as always. My name is Ruin, and I am the Archsage Arcanum Exodius, our humble little library on this corner of the internet. Welcome. I look forward to it, Mask. Your artwork's inspired. Your artwork's inspired. Now, let's get super comfy. Everyone grab their blankie. I have mine right here. Right here. Nice and snuggly. Nice and snuggly wuggly. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, who is ready? It is exactly what it says. We are going to be reading, picking up on The Hobbit. And not just that, this is my real Christmas gift pages. Every single day this week at 7 o'clock EST, we will be streaming ASMR. All the way until the end of the week. All the way. Okay. Okay. Is that okay? Now, let's just sit and chat while I enjoy these cookies and this milk. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's change the scenery a bit. Get someplace a little more comfy. Wink. What are we? There we go. Yeah. Alrighties. Let's mute. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And then let's go sound. I know we haven't been doing much ASMR recently, but we're going to be going back to that very soon. Very, very, very soon. Let's see. Right now, pausing the sound alerts because I do want people to get comfy and cozy. Okay. Yeah. And what did everyone get for Christmas? What was your Christmas gifts? Yes. What was your Christmas gifts? Hmm? Mm-hmm. 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 A battery? Oh my. That seems very charged. What did you do to get such an electrifying gift? Really? I don't know what could have transpired between you and the gifter, but whatever spark there was. What's the matter, Mask? What's the matter? You may try, but you shall find the crimes against you very, very, very fleeting, and be drained rather quickly of any intent to discharge harm upon anyone. Alright? Own the courts. Anyways, so I'm not sure if the New Year's Day Arc Boss Rush is going to be going on now. If I can't stream it, I might record it, but honestly, I want to share it live with you guys because that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months and why I haven't been streaming so much. But I
I'm gonna look into it because whenever I try to stream that game, it causes Streamlabs to crash or it causes my computer to crash. And that's no bueno. No bueno. But if that is the case, the good news is we'd go back to playing Pokemon. Alright, I needed a break from it, but we'd go back to doing Pokemon ASMR and doing normal ASMR. Okay. But this entire week, what we'll be doing every single day, alright, is that we'll be turning around and at 7 o'clock we'll be doing ASMR. It might be gaming ASMR. It might just be us chatting, normal stuff, or it might be Lord of the Rings. It really depends on how I feel. Excuse me. Also, this isn't a bait and switch. I was originally intending to start stream off by eating some pie and chatting with you guys. Okay. But someone hid the pie on me. We had 3 full pies by the end of yesterday that did not go eaten. And all the pies are gone now. Okay? Someone hid the pie on me. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, no pie. I wanted more pumpkin pie. So now I had to settle for milk and cookies. Which is nothing wrong with milk and cookies. Just pie, you can Kirby inhale. Alright, you can go. But milk and cookies, you gotta take it slow. You gotta enjoy it. Alright? But the Hobbit is right here next to me. And we will pick up where we left off. I always worry whenever you come in here when I'm streaming. Like, Bandit has a certain presence about him that, like, you can tell when he's coming in and has something in mind, and you can tell when he's just, okay, I'm just gonna come and chill. Gotcha. Okay. That should be better. That should be much, much better. I know I tend to be very soft-spoken, especially in ASMR mode. Alright. No worries, no worries. Alright. It can be hard for me to tell at times. It can be hard for me to tell. Especially when, for whatever reason, my audio monitoring doesn't want to work. Okay, and if that's the case, then I legitimately can't hear what stream sounds like without putting stream on in the background, and then you guys get this weird echo effect. Plus, do you guys know that you actually have 3 voices? It's actually arguably 4, okay? It's a really cool thing. Alright, so, and this is why you can never know what your voice sounds like. Even when you record your voice and play it back, it is slightly pitched up, actually. All recording devices slightly pitch things up. Alright, so it's not the actual sound, it's very close. It's very, very close. Okay, that's because what happens during recording is that to convert it to whatever medium, the information that is your voice gets compressed. So if it was to play it just as is, okay, then you would end up with gobbledygook, and you can actually hear that if you listen to the old archives of like old early recovering. Don't we all, Ness? Don't we all? But the old early recordings are often a lot deeper or a lot higher because it took a while to solve that problem. Excuse me. Okay, but you have 3 voices, alright, whenever you talk. Okay, you have what's called the auric voice. That's like the actual sound of your voice as it's coming out. That's what the sound that your voice makes as it goes through the air. That's why it's called auric, the vibration of the air molecules in order to create sound. Okay? Then you have what's called the bone voice. I don't remember what the actual term is, but you don't just hear your sound as it's coming out of your mouth. You also hear the vibrations as they go through your bones and flesh, which is kind of creepy to think about, but that's also why your voice sounds better to you than it does to other people. Not to say that other people think your voice sound better or worse. I'm just saying that you actually have your experience. Hopefully not, Mask. Hopefully not. Okay. And then your third voice is the reverberation. So in any given space, especially a closed space, but in any given space, there's going to be a reverberation of your voice back to you. And this all kind of happens more or less simultaneously, close enough to be simultaneous. It's actually really cool, because that's your voice going out, bouncing against something, and then coming back to you, the sound waves coming back. Okay? And so what happens is that you really end up with 3 voices. Now the 4th voice is arguably the voice in your head, what you think you sound like, but that's subjective. The other 3 are objective, like things that we can actually measure and prove, and that's really cool to think about. That whenever you talk, you're really speaking in 3 voices at once. Alrighties, I've baited you guys with the Hobbit long enough. Let me put away my milk and my remaining cookies. I'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere, I promise. Literally, that's the Hobbit right there. going to read this as long as possible tonight. Okay? Okay? Or until I get a sugar rush and it's like I can't maintain the ASMR. While mask, if you can find Ohio, you're welcome to come and get some. But I shall be back. See, right back. There's my blankie. No dog underneath me. Oh, hello, Sahara. Always gotta check for you now. Yes. Alright. Let me actually. There we go. We'll turn the music back down. She's developed this adorably cute habit over the past month where she'll actually, when I get up, she'll climb. And she's not a small dog. She's like a good 50-pound husky. 50-60-pound husky, but she will climb into that small space underneath my desk, curl up, and just sit there. Sometimes she'll do it even when I'm already there. So now I gotta check if she's there, because she just wants to be near me all the time. It's actually really cute. It's really, 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 really cute. Yes, she is. She is a cuddle cat. She very much is a cuddle cat. Okay, so let's review the rules. Alright, of tonight. You have me until the end of Christmas. Most huskies do.
you have me until the end of Christmas, or until the 10 cookies that I ate give me a sugar high, and I cannot keep a straight face or do ASMR effectively. Whichever one comes first. Okay? That's it. And during that time, we will be reading The Lord of the Rings. Alright. Yes. It's like coffee ruin. You guys have had me when I've had coffee, except much more intense and much less lived. I've had lots of things ruin my experience. But being with you guys every Christmas, no, that never has. Preemptively drinking a bunch of water. Alright. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. So, where did we leave off in The Hobbit? Past the trolls. Check. We got past the trolls. We got... So first, Bilbo got tricked / convinced to go on an adventure that he kinda didn't want to go on. Alright, second, he was falsely advertised as a master burglar. He is not. Third, okay, they ran across some trolls, and those trolls turned around and argued with themselves so long until daylight came out. And once it was daylight, alright, they turned to stone. They turned to stone. Goodness gracious. Trying my hardest not to burp into this mic. Okay. And then fourth, it was a nasty storm. A nasty, just the whoosh. Whoosh. I know that was... I don't think that was an intentional mask, but you said Gandilf, and that's why it got censored. Okay, it was. And that's great. Hey, if the beard does it for you. If the beard does it for you. Okay. Alright. I'm not a fan of beards. Okay? But if the beard does it for you. But there was a nasty storm. Look, I'm not here to comment on the attractiveness of anyone. Okay? Alright? Not here to say if someone's attractive or not attractive. Alright? Okay. Let's see. But, yeah. I mean, I have a list, but I'm not gonna say it out loud at this time. However, I'm gonna reach out to some VTuber friends of mine,
Okay, I have an idea for a Valentine's stream that actually would be a lot of fun. I talked about it a couple months ago. What? Did something pop up? Because I didn't have anything pop up on my end. So if someone actually bought something, thank you so much. Oh, gosh. No, I have a list of people I wouldn't mind snuggling with. Alright. Wouldn't mind snuggling. Oh, guess. But, I think for Valentine's Day, what we'll do is. I don't know about the hanky panky, because, like, I'm not really into the hanky panky. Look, it is a bit of a confession here, but if you do the hanky panky, okay, you can't cast magic, and I love magic more than I love hanky panking about. So, you know, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. But, anywho, uh-ohs. I knew that was coming. I knew it. What did I say, like 10 minutes ago? Anywho's. Okay. On Valentine's Day, I'm gonna reach out to some streamers. I'll start that now, actually. And we'll have a fun stream where we talk about dating and stuff like that. I think that would be a ridiculous amount of fun. And you guys could get different perspectives. Alright? Because I know that can be a very hard thing to do. I know it can be very hard to be vulnerable like that. Okay. And so I think having a stream where we kind of get a little real, maybe, and you get different perspectives. Okay. As we just kind of sit and chat about what the one thing people want the most, and that's love. As complicated as people are, love is the thing that we all want and need. Well, of course. But anyways, it was a terrible storm out. Picking up where we left off, they couldn't even see 5 feet in front of them. And they were in the middle of goblin territory. So they all decided to rest in a cave. But alas, that cave was enchanted with a trap, or otherwise set up by the goblins, because during the middle of the night, the cave split open, the floor split open, and they all went tumbling down into the floor to be briefly detained by goblins until eventually chased as they escaped their way through the cave network under the mountains, on their way to face Smog and end his reign of terror and steal his gold. And that's where we picked up. I think we're right before where Bilbo meets Gollum. Alright. While Bilbo opened his eyes, he wondered if he had, for it's just as dark with them shut. No one was near him. Just imagine his fright. He could hear nothing see nothing, and I could feel nothing except the stone of the floor. Very slowly he got up and groped about on all fours. Speaking of all fours, speaking of, I will just put this up here. You guys can stare at this while I go take care of the big guy on the left. I'll be right back. decides we're not, then that's that. That is that. Thank you, Nask. He guessed as well as he could and crawled along for a good way, till suddenly his hand met what felt like a tiny ring of cold metal lying on the floor of the tunnel. It was a turning point in his career, but he did not know it. He put the ring in his pocket almost without thinking, so it did not seem of any particular use at the moment. He did not go much further, but sat down on the cold floor and gave himself up to complete miserableness. For a long Here? Now? They said Merry Christmas, by the way. Yeah. They said Merry Christmas. Ah, no, they all got Christmas treats. And so they were wrestling over a Christmas treat. Alright, they were wrestling over a Christmas treat. So, and Bandit loves to take those things and just sit there, and it doesn't matter who, he just wants someone to sit there and watch him while he noms it. I will. He just wants someone to sit there and watch him while he noms it. Alright. That's actually, you can kind of hear him in the background. So he will start playing with Sahara only to grab a treat and sit there and eat it, and he just wants her to sit there and watch him eat. Yeah, it's so funny because he's just like, yeah, this is mine, it's not yours, and I'm going to eat it all right here and taunt you while I eat it. He's a special boy. He's a special boy. Have my cake now. Hot summer night. Well, we have a minute before ads start, and I think I'm just gonna go right through the ad. Oh, wait. Yeah, we have a minute before ads start, and I think I'm just going to go right through. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for you guys. I'll wait for you guys. Alright, pages. We'll just sit here for a little bit and just kind of vibe. I know that's what we did, but like, I don't know. I like doing ASMR where we just vibe. Alright, like I like doing this where it's just the microphone and we just chat. I don't have to have anything out because then I don't have to clean anything up. But I guess while we wait for ads to finish, those who have a sub will get a special little treat. That's
That's good, Mask. Not everyone can. I actually thought about this for a bit, but I think there might be a new meta at some day. Alright. I think if you ever make it to being a big streamer with a big audience, where people just follow you no matter what legitimately makes the most sense is never ever becoming an affiliate. Because if you're not an affiliate, I don't think you get ads. Alright, because you have to be an affiliate to get ad revenue. Okay, so if you don't get ads as an affiliate, if you don't get ads if you never join the affiliate program, but you're a big enough streamer that you just have a donation bar and a donation link in your chat, like a donation bar, like that's pure profit. That is a theoretical way you could buck the system. You could never ever have ads, and I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting to see. Alright. Yeah, that is a very long time. That's a very, very long No. Curses. That was a battery. Alright. Blame Mask. Okay. They were the ones who left all the dead batteries around the library. That they were. That they were. There's a reference I haven't heard in a long time. Chekhov's gun. Oh, such a good. I mean, it is true. It is true. Alright. Welcome back, everyone. If you got hit by an ad, what you missed is I pulled out an ASMR toy, the Froggo. Okay. And I used Mr. Froggo. I used him really hard. Really, really hard. I made that frog croak. Now, back to the hub. It was a turning point in his career, but he did not know it. He put the ring in his pocket almost without thinking. Certainly, it did not seem of much use at this moment. He did not go much further, but sat down on the cold floor and gave himself up to complete miserableness for a long while. He thought of himself frying bacon and eggs in his own kitchen at home.
ever have a burp that's like stuck in your throat? And it's like, look, either burp or don't, but don't sit there. Don't sit there. That's where I'm at. Also, the sounds you hear in the background are my husky bandit. He's chewing on a bone. Just pretend that it's bacon and eggs frying. Yeah, that's clearly a sizzling noise. Oh, mask. Let me tell ya. Alright. The ladies like it when you're as flexible as they are. Okay. He could not think what to do, nor could he think what had happened, or why he had been left behind. Why, even if he had been left behind, the goblins had not caught him. Or even why his head was so sore. Are you? Be back. My stream manager bandit is informing me that he needs water. So I'll be right back. I have to spend the next week at 7 o'clock every night reading The Hobbit with you guys, I will. But I swear, because you know what? We have more artwork like this. This custom artwork featuring me as Bilbo. We actually have one for each of the books. But we're still in Hobbit. Someday we will be together. Someday. Yeah, it's really, really good. Alright, it's really, 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 really. They're an amazing artist. Okay. The truth was, he had been laying quiet, out of sight and out of mind, in a very dark corner for a long while. After some time, he felt for his pipe. It was not broken, and that was something. Then he felt for his pouch, and there was some tobacco in it. And, well, that was something more. Then he felt for matches, and he could not find any at all. And that shattered his hopes completely. Just as well for him, as he agreed when he came to his senses. Goodness knows what the striking of matches and the smell of tobacco would have brought on him out of the dark holes in that horrible place. Still at the moment. What's going on? Are we gonna behave? Are we gonna behave so I can get more than a page in? More than a page in? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can we repeat the question? they practically are teenagers. This weird mix of four-legged toddlers and teenagers who do not listen unless it's convenient for them to do so. But in slapping all of his pockets and feeling all around himself for matches, his hand came on the hilt of his little sword, little dagger that he got from the trolls. They had quite forgotten, nor fortunately had the goblins noticed it, as it were inside his breeches. Now he drew it out. It shone pale and dim before his eyes. So it is an elvish blade too, he thought. Goblins are not very near, and yet not far enough. Somehow he was comforted. It was rather splendid wearing a blade made of Gondolian for the goblin wars of which so many songs had sung. He also noticed that such weapons made great impressions on goblins that came upon them suddenly. Go back, he thought. No good at all. Go sideways? Impossible. Go forward? Only thing we do. On we go. So up he got and trotted along with his little sword held in front of him, and one hand feeling the wall, and his heart all of a pitter and a patter. Now certainly Bilbo was in what was called a tight place, but you must remember, not quite too tight for him. Let's turn that music down a little bit. There we go. Hobbits are not quite like ordinary people, and after all, if their holes are nice cheery places and properly aired, quite different from the tunnels of the goblins. Still, they are more used to the tunneling than we are. And they do not easily lose their sense of direction underground. That when their heads have recovered from being bumped, also they can move very quietly and hide easily, and recover wonderfully from falls and bruises. And they have a fund of wisdom and wise saying that men have mostly never heard or forgotten long ago. I should not have liked to have been in Mr. Baggins' place, all the same. Eclipse! Hello, Eclipse. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. The tunnel seemed to have no end. All he knew was it was still going down pretty steadily and keeping in the same direction of us in spite of a twist and a turn or two. There were passages leading off to the side every now and then, as he knew by the glimmer of his sword, or could feel with his hand on the wall. Of those he took no notice, except to hurry past for fear of goblins or half-imagined dark things coming out of them. On and on and on and on he went, and down and down and down, and still he heard no sound of anything except the occasional whir of a bat by his ears, which startled him at first, till it became too frequent a bother about. I don't know how he kept on like this, hating to go on, not daring to stop. On and on and on and on, until he was tireder than tired. It seemed like all the way to tomorrow, and over it to the days beyond. Suddenly, without any warning, he trotted splash into water. It was icy cold. That pulled him as sharp and short. He did not know whether it was just a pool in the path or the edge of an underground stream that closes the package. Oh. Okay. That burp that was stuck in my throat finally decided to come out, and I had to quickly put the mic down so I didn't burp it. Okay. Alright. Apologize. I tried to avoid mouth sounds. Okay. I have one hand on a book right now, so. He did not know whether it was just a pool in the path or the edge of an underground stream that crossed the passage, or the brink of a deep, dark, subterranean lake. The sword was hardly shining at all. He stopped and he could hear, when he listened hard, drops, trip, 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 dripping from an unseen roof into the water below. But there seemed to be no other sort of sound. So it was a pool or a lake, and not an underground river, he thought. Still, he did not dare to wade out into the darkness. He could not swim, and he thought, too, of nasty, slimy things, with big, bulging, blind eyes, wriggling in the water. There were strange things living in the pools and lakes in the hearts of mountains. Fish whose father swam in, goodness knows only how many years ago, and never swam out again, while their eyes grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger from trying to see in the blackness. Also, there are things more slimy than fish. Even in the tunnels and caves the goblins have made for themselves, there are other things living unbeknownst to them that have sneaked in from the outside to light up the dark. Hold on a sec. Those are good times. Those are, and this fleshy body that I have, the 4D model is trying very hard to spoil them. I will say that. It's all that lovely Christmas food. That is, yeah. Man. Even in the tunnels and caves the goblins have made for themselves, there are other things living unbeknownst to them that have sneaked in from the outside to lie up in the dark. Some of these caves, too, go back to their beginnings, to the ages before. The goblins who only widened them and joined them up with the passages, and the original owners are still in there in odd corners, slinking and nosing about. Deep down by the dark water lived Old Golem, a small, slimy creature. I don't know where he came from, or who or what he was. He was Golem, as dark as darkness, except for two big, round, pale eyes in his thin face. He had a little boat, and he rowed quite quietly on the lake, for the lake it was, wide and deep and deadly cold. Paddled it with large feet dangling over the side, but never a ripple did he make. Not he. He was looking out of his pale, lamp-like eyes for blind fish, which he grabbed with his long fingers, as quick as thinking. He liked meat, too. Goblin, he thought, was good, when he could get it, but he took care they never found him. He just throttled them from behind if they ever came down along anywhere near the edge of the water while he was prowling about. They very seldom did, for they had a feeling that something unpleasant was lurking down there, down at the very roots of the mountain. They had come on the lake when they were tunneling down long ago, and they found that they could go no further. So there their route ended in that direction. And there was no reason to go that way, unless the great goblin sent them. Sometimes he took a fancy for fish from the lake, and sometimes neither goblin nor fish came back. Actually, Golem lived on a slimy island of rock in the middle of the lake. He was watching Bilbo now from the distance with his pale eyes like telescopes. Bilbo could not see him, but he was wondering a lot about Bilbo, for he could see all that was no goblin at all. Golem got into his boat and shot off from the island, where Bilbo was sitting at the brink altogether flummoxed and on the end of his way and his wits. Suddenly up came Golem and whispered and hissed, "Bless and splashes, my precious. I guess it's a choice feast, and at least a tasty morsel it'll make us, Golem." "Yes, mister? How come whenever I do ASMR, you want to interrupt and make this show all about you?" Well, every time I'm having an epic husky meltdown. Okay. Oh, the fact, that's a cool fact. Well, we might be back on, we might not, but I gotta take care of this. He's not gonna stop until I sit and figure out what he needs. Okay, so I do apologize. Stop it, boy. Stop it. Stop it. I'm petting you. I'm just trying to talk to the pages. Okay? You're cute too, Tara, but you're quiet most times. You're a lot quieter than... I charge people for this, sir. What you're doing right now and giving away for free. I charge people for this. Okay? So don't give away the goods for... I know it's Christmas, but don't give away the goods for free. Don't give it away. Don't. Okay? Okay? Alright? Alright? Okay. Well, it wasn't supposed to be the end. But I can't exactly read a book and appease a husky at the same time. If you guys just want to sit here and chat, we could probably do that. But he doesn't want me to be by the computer, so it's going to be hard for me to read. Alright, what he wants me to do is he wants me to get up and sit next to him 15 feet away from the computer and pet him. Okay? Because he has to be the center of attention. Okay? Don't you? Don't you? Yes, you do. Is that new? I hope not. My goodness. Stop it. Can I get close enough to go right out? You'll have my attention the entire time? Okay. Can we I am literally inching towards my computer right now. I am inching closer and closer. Who's on? Who is on? Okay, Spoonie's on. I like Spoonie. Spoonie's on. And she started recently. Alright. Copy. Okay. If I can get him to calm down, we will be back on. Okay. Right now, husky howling and ASMR does not get along together. I swear he has a sense about this. I don't train him to do this. I don't know him to do this. Oh my goodness. At this rate, I'm gonna have to get artwork made, Bandit, just to handle. Alright. I will see you guys all at the very least tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST. We are doing ASMR again. It's probably going to be The Hobbit. I want to get through at least one of the books. Alright, I do apologize, but my IRL dogs always come first. So, okay. Alright, I will see you all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.